I have had sinus and allergy issues probably for over 20 years, off and on medication, on steroids, nasal sprays, antibiotics, you name it. The doctors always told me that my sinus passages were just abnormally small and that it would take an elective surgery to do something about it. And when this procedure came up, I was ecstatic over it. I wasn't the same person. You know, whenever you're fatigued and just don't feel well, it affects you all over. So you feel just drawn down. It's very difficult to get up in the morning when you wake up with a headache and when you go to bed with a headache. And you have that sinus pressure and that sinus congestion. It makes it very difficult for you to carry your life, you know, on as normal. And now it's a complete difference. I received a flyer from Red River ENT. Husband had gotten it in the mail before I got home, and he says, "I need to show you something." I said, "What?" And he showed it to me. He says, "This is you. Call them now and make an appointment." A 1. I was very comfortable during the procedure. I did not feel anything. Everything was numbed. They do the the spray to numb you, then they do the sponges that they insert into your nose, and then they do the injections into both sides, which you do not feel. And as they were doing the balloon sinuplasty, Dr. Webb would walk you through the procedure and what was going to happen next, and and if you did hear something, what it was happening. But after the procedure, I felt fine. Matter of fact, my family and I went out to eat that night. It has changed my life. I went from having migraines, headaches, probably 4 or 5 times a week from sinus, the fatigue from it, just feeling bad all the time, to waking up one morning and going, "Is this how you're supposed to feel whenever you wake up?" It was like a whole new person. My family noticed it immediately. You could see it in my face. When I went to work, I had it done on a Friday, went back to work on Monday just fine. When I walked in, they said, "Oh my word, look at her." You can tell a complete difference in her. And it has been ever since I've had it done. Oh, he's excited about it. He's glad to have his wife back. This is the person that he married 30 years ago, and that we've missed out on so much and going and doing. So we've already done 2 trips since then and have another one planned for next weekend. He stays very knowledgeable of everything that's involved in the ENT specialty, which I trust. And so whenever you have that much trust in a doctor, it's very hard to deviate from that. His personality is such that he always makes you feel very comfortable. And so whenever you go see him, he remembers you. He puts that name to that face, and it's like just talking to a person that you would see every day. He'll take time to spend with you and listen to your concerns. He's there for you, and he listens to you, which is one of the great aspects about a good doctor.